In the wake of two murders allegedly committed by a pair of traveling salesmen earlier this month, Albuquerque Mayor Martin Chavez yesterday announced a proposal to create a no-knock list that would protect residents from door-to-door salesmen. But some people say that's not enough.
Local gun shop managers say people are looking for other ways to protect themselves. News 13's Addie Knowlton joins us live from downtown Albuquerque with more.
Gun shop managers say the double murder of an elderly Albuquerque couple in their home 2 weeks ago is prompting others to arm themselves. Caliber's gun shop and shooting range is jam-packed.
We're always busy this time of year because of the holidays.
But this year is different. Managers say more people are buying handguns.
Glocks are very popular, probably our most popular guns.
Not for gifts, but for protection.
They'll say that, you know, they've heard about the crime in their neighborhood or something like that, and they're interested in getting a firearm and learning how to use it for self-defense, protecting their families. They're worried about those kinds of things.
Managers say sales surged this month after the double murder of an elderly Albuquerque couple. 69-year-old Punyi and 79-year-old Taki were found dead in their northeast Albuquerque home. Two traveling magazine salesmen are charged with the crimes.
I live in a position where it would take quite a while for police to arrive. And I just feel better having the gun.
Jerry Brooks bought a handgun at Caliber's today, and he's already got another one at home. He supports the city's plan for tougher door-to-door sales laws, but he says it's just not enough.
I've seen numerous news accounts of people who have been homes invaded, beaten severely, and I just feel it's important to have some protection at home.
Caliber says there's also a lot more people signing up to get concealed weapons permits. Caliber's has 1 or 2 certification classes a month with about 20 people taking part. Back to you.
Okay, thanks, Eddie. The no-knock list that city leaders are proposing would allow residents to sign up, put a no soliciting sign on their door, and if salesmen still knock, they could be arrested. The mayor says he'll send the proposal to the city council this week.
Today's KRQE.com question asks if the recent home invasions here have prompted you to take steps to improve your personal safety. 79% of those taking part in this survey say yes, it has. 21% say no. You can still vote at KRQE.com. A large crowd of family, friends, and fellow police officers today attended the funeral of Susan Kuchma.
The 43-year-old state police officer was shot to death in Las Cruces last Thursday, allegedly by her own son. Today's Kuchma's funeral was held in her hometown of Santa Fe. News 13's Zenny McCormick is in Santa Fe with more.
Well, Kim, Kuchma's son, Justin Quintana, was not at services today. He remains in a Las Cruces jail on a charge of murder. But today, family, friends, and complete strangers came together to remember the fallen officer. The honor guard took Kuchma's coffin from Santa Fe's Maria de la Paz Catholic Church. Then in a lengthy procession followed by law enforcement from across the state, they brought her to her final resting spot at Rosario Cemetery. They gave the fallen officer full honors from beginning to end. Today, friends and relatives focus on Kuchma's life, not her murder a week ago.
She had a heart of gold, you know, she put her life out for them.
Las Cruces police say early last Thursday morning, Kuchma's son, 25-year-old Justin Quintana, shot her to death outside his Las Cruces home. He told police it was an accident. Family and friends say he suffers from schizophrenia.
She loved her son. She was constantly trying to find help for him.
Kuchma's death hit state police twice as hard. Her husband, Patrick Kuchma, is also an officer. They both were stationed in Cruces. Today, his colleagues surrounded him, and even strangers came to show their support.
It's important for us to support her and her family because they're really hurting right now.
That she has a good takeoff, I guess, if you will.
And state police gave Kuchma her final honor. They recognized her 5 years of service. If she survived the end of this week, she would have celebrated that landmark, with the same colleagues mourning her death. And police say that Quintana stole his mother's gun earlier in the day on that Thursday. He said the accident was it slipped in his hand when the shot was fired that killed her. He remains in jail without bond. Back to you, Kim.
Okay, thanks, Annie. Kuchma's family asks that anyone who wants to pay their respects with a donation do it to the Espanola Valley Humane Society because Kuchma was an animal lover.
State medical investigators will perform an autopsy to determine what killed a man who was pulled from his burning Albuquerque apartment this morning. The man, whose name has not been released, lived at the Warren Continental Apartments near Louisiana and Continental Loop southeast. Neighbors reported smoke coming from the dead man's unit about 6:40 a.m. When they realized he had not come out, some went in after him.
His neighbors next to him, they pulled him out literally, and physically, and laid him on the ground and attempted CPR until the paramedics and fire department came in, but to no avail.
The fire department says it's not clear if the man was dead before the fire or whether he died as a result of it. They are certain that it started in the kitchen, but they do not yet know the cause.
A new 10-year plan paints a grim picture of the future of nuclear labs. At 5:40, we've learned some of the changes that will happen at Los Alamos and Sandia National Labs.
Then at 5:45, we will tell you about this year's version of an Albuquerque holiday gift program that puts smiles on kids' faces and shoes on their feet.
National Nuclear Security Administration boss Tom DiAgostino released the